This is Girls Only Sports, the Playbook. I am Candace. This is Kay. We are back for another episode. Please follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and finally Facebook. We got it on up.
Finally.
We're your favorite women's sports show. We talk about all things girls and women's sports. We're not going to take too much time, so we're going to get right into it in our full court press segment. Let's talk about a little women's soccer. As we always say, we think all these expansion teams and leagues is like, or at least I say, it's a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, you're big on that one right now. Like, I appreciate it. It's entertaining.
Where are they getting the money? Like, they're just popping up everywhere. And I bring that up because Denver was recently awarded another NWSL team. So they'll have an expansion team there in Denver. What do you think about Denver location for NWSL?
I'm so confused why they not announced this. I thought this was already announced. Am I wrong? Didn't we already talk about this?
You know what?
It's good.
All I saw was
a lot of great
breaking news
that come out of Denver. Same. And I was like, we already knew this. Like, I'm so confused about it. But shout out to Denver. I think it's a great city to have. There's a lot of great talent in Denver, a lot of great talent currently that's came out of Colorado. So, yeah, shout out to them. But I swear we talked about this like 2-3 months ago.
NWSL is like, listen, breaking news. We're giving you another league, and we're gonna release it again as if it's new. But also in the NWSL world, there's gonna be a 4-part docuseries that talks about the 2024 NWSL season. It follows Marta, obviously your GOAT, Trinity Rodman, and a couple of other players. I think that's a good thing. You know, part of me is like, I wish it was during the season, like it was a week-to-week thing.
Yeah.
I hate using the NFL as an example, but like how Hard Knocks is.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you want to see the whole journey.
I want to see
I
the
think
whole
that would,
journey.
especially with that Orlando team, I think that would have been great to see like the whole year progression. But hey, something's better than nothing. And you got a lot of great talent that's going to be shown on that screen. So, and I think it gives you a look at multiple teams as well. So yeah, that's exciting.
Right. This is one we're actually going to have to review and cover and see how they actually lay it all out. And if they covered the season really well, because it was a great one. I know we definitely talked about this on an episode before is, you know, for some, you know, it was a debate between which league is the best, the NWSL or the Euro leagues. But the Euro leagues seem to love all the players on the U.S. women's national team.
They definitely do. And I need them to stop right now. I need them to stop immediately because we ain't going to have no talent left here. No shade to nobody.
Right. They already dropped a mill on Naomi Girma. So then they pick up one of the most versatile defenders, forwards, attackers, whatever you want to call her. Crystal Dunn signs with the Euro League team, the Paris team. Like, break that down for me because it's like, another big name.
It's another big name. But again, Crystal Dunn is our one. Like, she can do it all,
right?
Or one of the people that can do it all. So, I feel like it does hurt the league when all these players that you are building your national team are leaving the NWSL. I think that will in the long run. I think if you start seeing Sophia, Mal, all the big stars,
you know, they threw Trinity's name out there too. Like they're
for sure.
Them zeros is coming.
Yeah. I think that one would really hurt because I really feel like Trinity's one of the faces of the NWSL. Or did I say Trinity? I meant Trinity if I didn't say Trinity.
You did.
Okay, I think she's really at this point kind of like the face of the league. Even if you don't really tune into women's soccer, you kind of know who Trinity Rodman is. She's like one of those players that goes beyond just the game,
transcending the sport.
Exactly. So I think it will in the long run if they can't retain these players and, you know, keep up with the leagues that's coming for them as far as pay. Quality of like what they can get in the facilities, everything. I do see Portland's got a new facility coming in the near future and a WNBA team. So.
Is that not like, that's what I like to see in terms of cross collaboration is So the Portland Thorn and the new WNBA team that'll be in Portland is building a multi-million-dollar training facility that both professional league teams will get to utilize, or a practice facility that is just strictly dedicated to them. That's the kind of stuff we like to see. Like, another franchise. Another $100 million league or $100 million franchise that keep popping up everywhere.
Right.
I want to see more
invest in what you got.
Invest in what you got. So shout out for Portland for getting that right. But I'm with you $100,000. I think, I'm always for players going out and getting opportunities, and especially if the money is right. But at the same time, in order for these leagues to be able to sustain themselves, you got to get the best players and you got to keep them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Can't let them get poached. But in other kind of soccer news, there's been a lot of controversy just surrounding women's soccer. And, historically, a lot of these leagues, especially in women's soccer, it's always that undercurrent of just stuff. Let's just call it that. So recently we had a player in the Euro Leagues, Mapi León. It is being kind of reported, depending on how you look at the video, inappropriately touched another player, Daniela Caracas, during a game. There was some apologies, not so apologies, if you want to call it that. Bunny Shaw was subjected to some racist and misogynistic abuse during one of her games. And then famously, Jenni Hermoso, that's almost 3 years ago at this point.
Almost, yeah.
That trial was going on against the former Spain Federation president who infamously kissed her at the World Cup. Like, it's one of those things where the added spotlight brings all these things to the forefront, but I think I'm waiting for the point where it's like, I want some resolution.
Yeah, I agree. I'm right there with you. I think on the Mapi León situation, I think Barcelona gave a very Barcelona response. They don't really ever address a situation. I would have liked a direct apology from Mapi, as far as just apologizing to the player, whether
it was intentional or not.
Yeah, whether it's intentional or not, I think in their mind, an apology is an admission of guilt. So I think that's why they kind of shy away from that. However, I think an apology would have went a long way versus the statement that was made. The Bunny Shaw one, like, all of these things, I look forward to seeing some type of league action for every single one of these situations. I think all of these need to be investigated on their own, just because you can't just keep letting it happen. In the Bunny Shaw situation, like, then she sits out the next match against Arsenal because of the situation that happened last time against Arsenal. And it's just like, she just wants to play.
Right.
But she has to prioritize her mental health over playing the game, when, like, it shouldn't happen. There's no place for, like, we're in a time where I seen somebody say, like, this is supposed to be a league of acceptance and it's supposed to be inclusivity and everything in the women's leagues, where that's just not the case. It's not the case. It's never really the case. So I look to see some action on both of those accounts, definitely.
Yeah, it's sad. It's all those adjectives you can throw into it that we're still kind of dealing with this stuff. But again, with the added spotlight, it's just, oh my God, here's just another thing that these players have to deal with, not only with the president of their federations, not only against the fans, but in the Mapi case, against other players who may harbor some kind of, in the moment, decide to do some things that we're all looking like, I think you crossed the line.
What is going on?
Yeah, at least to me, it was like you severely crossed a line to get to that point. So hopefully these controversies can, like you said, be investigated and there can be some resolution, because at this point it's like, let's grow the game. Let's grow the good stuff in the game. Like, let's talk about the trades. Let's talk about which league is the best, which players are the best, which countries is going to build the best team. But as lo and behold, everything that as the world turns, these things, especially in women's sports, keeps rearing its ugly head. So we give support out to those players who were subjected to those horrible, horrible things. So let's move along to the W. We're just pressing along. Again, my apologies. Let me stop before they be like, girls only sports is
like,
allegedly.
She's on to something. She's got
right.
it. Right.
Allegedly.
She knows our secret.
Right. I'm just asking where all the money is coming from. Out of the 20 odd years that nobody wanted to invest in women's sports, nobody wanted to invest in the WNBA.
Listen, I'm just going to say that people are seeing the vision now. They see that people are engaging and watching women's sports. So they're like, okay, we can throw some money at it now.
So you're saying I need to look at it glass half full?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I'm not anticipating any of these teams that are brand new to be gone by 2030.
No. Of course not.
Okay. But this one has some history behind it in terms of the name, the Tennessee Summit. So Candace Parker, the University of Tennessee great, and obviously a pupil of the legendary head coach, Pat Summitt, Peyton Manning, Faith Hill, Tim McGraw, all kind of joined this ownership team to bring a WNBA team to the state of Tennessee, and they're attempting to call it the Tennessee Summit. First, let me ask you, what do you think about the Tennessee Summit? The name, it being Tennessee, their team, the legacy of the Lady Vols kind of was the epicenter of the growth, like even back in the 90s. So What do you think about the team, the name, all that whole stuff? Tennessee Summit.
I love it. I really do. And it's not just because I was a huge Pat Summitt fan. I love her to pieces. So I think it's good. And like you said, growing up, it was Tennessee and UConn, and it was kind of like pick one or just be a fan of both. And that's kind of where I lie, because like you couldn't help but like they had such a spotlight on those two teams. So I think it's great to have a team in Tennessee. It's good to see their program back making some moves these days as well. Had a big win,
as you say.
Yeah, they had a big win. So I think it'll be good. I think Tennessee will be a good basketball town for them to have one. And like you said, that pipeline from the Lady Vols as well have a big following. So it'll be good.
Yeah, I think it'd be good too. And seeing Candace Parker, who's building quite a post-retirement portfolio. Shout out to her and all the moves that she's making. And for her to be a part of the Tennessee Summit, I think it's a great thing. I do think we need a Midwest city.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Or
I say Detroit.
Is Tennessee South-ish? I don't know what you would call
South-ish.
it. But we have a lot of teams in the, in the South, in the West. They're building.
Yeah. I want the Shock back. I want Detroit back because they was fun.
That's a whole nother controversy we haven't even got into, is the Women's National Basketball League, which they're trying to create like a G League version of the WNBA. Somehow they bought the rights or were able to buy the trademark rights to the Detroit Shock.
Really? I've not heard this.
The WNBA was like 2-3 years too late trying to get their trademark back. It's a whole big old thing. We're going to have to break that down in another episode.
Oh, I'm going to have to look into that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm with you. I think the Detroit Shock would be good. Houston Comets, all that kind of stuff. I think we talked about that before. Comments. But I think I like the Tennessee Summit as a way to pull the legacy into, or with Pat Summitt back into the forefront. We'll see what they look at it, but they're not too keen on give one of these Midwest cities a team. So we'll look what they'll be able to do. But as you mentioned, Tennessee got some big wins. The first time since 2007, the last time Candace Parker was there. Like, Tennessee, what y'all been doing? Like, and all the drama that brings. Tennessee was able to beat UConn, which turned into it was a great game.
It was, yeah.
And it was Tennessee head coach's first win, obviously, over Tennessee, and first win over UConn, won. That was a long time coming, and I think the big thing out of that matchup, and not talking general to get into a game a little bit, is I'm on the fence about.
Here we go.
I don't feel about what's going on between Coach Auriemma and Paige. Like, listen. I listened to Coach Auriemma's comments after the game, and he's like, you know, she always wants the ball, but then when the double team comes, she doesn't want the ball. And I'm like, oh. But there's this whole thing going on now about how, you know, Paige isn't, I mean, she's the, I would say the last or the latest great player who is signed to UConn who doesn't necessarily have a signature win. You know, they didn't get to the Final Four last year. Obviously, they got knocked out by Iowa. They got to a Final Four against a South Carolina team, but they got beat, and she was outplayed by Destiny Henderson. They got beat by that Arizona Wildcats team. She got outplayed by Ari McDonald. And it's like, when is Paige going to have that signature moment? And I guess I was waiting for it. It was her senior season. She's on the road at Tennessee, and it didn't happen. And I'm like, Gino, oh.
Yeah. Oh. I feel like that's just typical Gino, though. Gino gonna tell her how it is regardless.
That's true. I'm like, he always got his best player probably outside of Maya Moore and Sue Bird in the doghouse at some point.
For sure. Yeah.
But I think Paige has one in her. I think she's gonna shake something up during the tournament because
got to.
Yeah, I think this loss, and I think the comments, you know, it only takes something small to kind of trigger you to step into
light
your
that
greatness.
Fire.
Yeah, you know, she gonna put on some Marvin Sapp and go ahead.
Right, lock in
real quick. A couple of other big matchups in women's college basketball. South Carolina had their second loss against Texas. Again, another good game, but that one, the referees kind of got all involved in the first half, which made it probably an unwatchable game to me. It was just like...
It's been some questionable refereeing going on in a lot places lately.
Is it not?
Yeah.
And I was just like,
you gotta do something about that.
Dawn Staley was dang near, she was all in Holly Rowe-face during the interview. She was like, let the players play. You gotta love Dawn.
Right.
But that was South Carolina's second loss. They had beaten Texas earlier this season. But shout out to Madison Booker. She was ready to play this game, and they were able to pull it out. But, you know, we don't really judge South Carolina until it gets to the tournament.
When it matters, they're going to show up regardless. So.
Right. But our OSU team, since, you know, we are Ohio-based, they had an opportunity to kind of, you know, make their name nationally known. So they had two big matchups against UCLA and USC. That first game against UCLA, they hung in there for 3 quarters.
Not enough. I feel like that's the thing for OSU, and that's just, you know, being critical as watching them for years. I feel like they just don't have, they never have enough. I feel like that's been the theme for the last couple seasons. I think they've had teams that look great. I think this team looks great. But once you get up against those big names and those big stars, who's going to be our star to, you know, like really put it on their back and lock in? So
and you know, Cody and Jelani, they do their thing. Like they carried a lot of the offensive load, especially again in that game against UCLA. But it gets to a point, especially in the post, where obviously Lauren Betts is there at UCLA and Kiki Iriafen is there at USC. It's just like we need to bring in some, we need some interior help, because we kind of got. I don't want to call it exposed because they're the homer team, and I still expect them to do well in the tournament. But it's like that break in women's college basketball right now, where you have UCLA undefeated. You have South Carolina, you have Texas, UConn, LSU, and then you have USC, and then Notre Dame, don't let me forget about them, but then you have OSU, and it's like, what is it going to take for them to beat one of those teams that's ranked ahead of them?
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, UCLA, they're kind of running the table this season, undefeated still. They play USC on Thursday. What do you think about that? I think USC needs a signature win. I know they beat UConn, but they got that loss against Iowa. Juju hasn't been shooting the ball well.
Yeah. We'll talk about that after. I think USC. I think USC pulls this one out.
Okay.
Because, like you said, I think they need that signature win. I think Juju needs that. And I think Juju's going to show I'm still one of the best, if not the best, in the game right now.
Because Hannah Hidalgo is about to snatch that National Player of the Year crown real quick. So I'm expecting Juju to have a big one. That game comes on late. It comes on like at 10 o'clock. So, but be sure to tune into that one. It should be really, really, really good. Two Southern California teams going against each other. We're going to move into our She Did That segment. Asia got her shoe.
Asia got her shoe.
And we know what it looks like.
And she stole our colorway.
She's like, wait a minute. First
Asia,
of all, like,
you been in our files? She got to drop a pair.
You know our color code.
She got to give us two.
We should get a box of something because it's exactly what our colors are. She stole it. She stole it, but the A1s are coming out. They'll be released in May. I like them. I like them a lot. I will say this. I love the pink ones. I'm not necessarily a pink shoe kind of girl, but I can rock with the pink ones. I'm going to get them because, it's our colors. But them white ones she had on, and I think she did a promotional thing for a Nike commercial during the Super Bowl. Them white and black ones, I think she got something with those.
You like those?
Oh,
those the ones?
Them the ones.
Those ones can't miss.
Yeah. Them the ones. If I don't get the pink ones, I'm going to be cool.
Right.
Them white and black ones, them colorways, I'm going to need those. I'm going to need those.
Right.
I'm going to need those.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Those, they're tough. I like them. It's a good first shoe, too.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you just set the bar kind of high.
And then, instead of waiting for, you to wear your first shoe or one of your Nike, having Juju wear the A1s during the tournament or something, she said, no, I'm going to get my boo to put them on during his game.
Go ahead, Stink. Here you go, Stink. Put these on.
Let me play in my A1s for her. So Bam had to be the first professional Bam. Don't be hating on Black Love.
Spare me.
I'm
not. Never.
Black Love. Bam said, let me get these on real quick. Bam Adebayo, obviously, who plays for the Miami Heat, rocked the A1s during a game against Brooklyn. And they look real good on, they had their, that Miami colorway that's like turquoise and pink. I'm like, I see the vision.
Got something. Right. She made them for her boo.
Yeah. That's how
time we thinking they was for us.
Right. It ain't.
Right.
Because what she had to do, make them a size 18, 20. No. She was like, my man got to get my shoe first.
Right.
I'm not mad at it. And again, shout out to the Super Bowl just happened. And there was, to me at least, the best commercial during the Super Bowl was that Nike commercial with Asia, Caitlyn, Juju, Jordan Childs, Alexia, Sabrina, Sha'Carri, or Sha'Carri. I just loved it. You can't win, so win. Why is it speaking?
Right. Yeah, I think it was a great commercial. It was the best part of the Super Bowl that I did not watch. That was the only thing I seen from it.
I like that. I was
like, when did this commercial come out? And everybody was like, it's a Super Bowl. I was like, oh my God.
I mean, at this point, only thing you got to do is go on social media and be and check out the commercials. You don't even need to sit through the whole game. Yeah. And again, another shout out to Angel Reese. She had her McDonald's commercial as well. Spreading the love too. I mean, shout out to Angel being a girl's girl, getting Lisa Leslie in the commercial, getting Stewie in the commercial. She got one of her teammates from LSU and one of her fans that had come to see her play in Chicago in the commercial as well. So Angel Reese is turning into Keke Palmer, always stay with a bag.
Period.
Listen,
I love it.
Listen, but she's spreading that money around too and giving other people opportunities. So shout out to Angel Reese and shout out to that Nike commercial. And keep doing that. Nike, you guys, when you get it right. Yes, all of Serena's commercials that Nike do are always top tier. Just keep keep at it. That Olympic one that Diana Taurasi narrated that was like 15 seconds, but it was bomb. You understand what I'm saying?
Go. Yeah.
Like, what, I can't remember what it says verbatim, but it was like every 4 years, every country comes around the world to come in second place. And I was like, oh.
Right.
Oh.
You like, that's the one.
That's the one. But yeah, so shout out to all of those ladies. So now for our X's and O's segment, as we have been doing, we've been covering Unrivaled, our favorite 3-on-3 league that is part basketball, part drama, part
love.
Part love. Not Love Island. Part love.
It's everything. Everything you
and
want.
Then part disrupting the entire WNBA season and yeah.
Put some pressure on them.
Because I don't know what they've been down there talking about, but these players have been going in. But we're going to talk about right now is the 1v1, the 1-versus-1 tournament that's happening. The winner gets over $200,000 first prize. So if they win the whole thing, the brackets are what they are. We're not going to spend too much time talking about the brackets.
ChatGPT brackets.
Yeah, no, because players are hurt, injured. Angel in New Orleans.
Hosting the whole Super Bowl.
Hosting the Super Bowl. Coaching flag football. So Marina's still cooking with Marina.
You don't know what's going on.
Yeah. But the
first is not real at this point. So.
Right. But the first round happened today. So let's just run through what we just saw. A couple of ones that we kind of knew based on matchups. Kalia Copper beat Aaliyah Boston. Nafisa Collier beat Katie Lou Samuelson. Alicia Gray beat Jordan Canada. And then Rakia Jackson beat Jackie Young. And those kind of went how we thought. Probably outside of Rakia Jackie.
I was going to say, well, yeah.
But no, it went how we thought. Because Jackie Young,
well, yeah.
All you Jackie fans out there, Jackie need to shut it down.
Healthy Jackie, I think, would have locked in. Yeah. Jackie need to sit down for a little bit, but healthy Jackie would have locked in.
Now, I have Rakia beating Jackie.
Did you?
I did.
I wouldn't have a healthy Jackie losing to Rakia.
Yeah.
I just simply wouldn't.
Rakia's taller and... Yeah, I'm going with
Not
the rookies.
I'm gonna go Jackie every time.
All right, okay. But I'm gonna need Jackie to sit it down. At this point, every time she gets on the floor, I get nervous that she's gonna get injured, and I'm like, "My good sis Jackie,
Jackie, get up!
Get up!
What are we doing?
Y'all got that facility out in Vegas? Go get healthy.
Go home.
Go home. I know that pay look good.
Sit down. She's trying to be in that Miami Heat.
Yeah, no. Tell Asia to break you up a couple coin or something, but take yourself back to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But the other matchups that I think were really interesting, Ryan Howard beat Lexi Hall. On paper, I was like, oh, this is finna be a blowout. But not Lexi Hall coming out to Boosie.
That was the first shocker.
This is the kind of time I'm on right now.
Right.
But
she was like this. She was focused.
This is the matchup where I was like, outside of guard versus post matchup that we'll talk about, this was where I was like, oh, you can get exposed if you're not given 100% effort.
Yeah.
Lexi
and I
was
think that's
going
exactly what happened.
100 miles an hour. Like, even if I miss, I'm getting boards. Ryan was playing it cool.
Yeah, I think Ryan might have been a little overconfident. Not saying she shouldn't have been, but I think it caught up with her a little bit towards the end there.
And that baby got tired.
Lock in. Yeah,
she got tired.
Really lock in, and I don't think she understood how quick she was gonna get gas in that 1v1. Yeah, like. She had to lock in.
Yeah.
And Lexi wasn't no slouch. She wasn't going down easy without a fight. So she knocked off 7 quick.
She sure did.
Ryan was like,
and that's a testimony. Look, even if you're overmatched on paper, if you outwork somebody, listen. She made Ryan Howard lock in real quick because Ryan, I'm gonna need you conditioning. I know it's just 1v1 and it's Unrivaled, but it's a story. You can't get outworked with your kind of game in a 1v1 like that. No. But Ryan Howard was able to win that. Shakira Austin said, listen, one time for the big girls.
She said, clock it.
No, that's not what she said. Shakira said, shit.
The post-game interviews be the funniest part.
They sure are. No filter. But Shakira Austin beat the point guard, Chelsea Gray. I think we all coming in was like, oh, Chelsea got this in the bag. She's a terrific one-on-one player. Got the handle, got the jumper. The jumper wasn't working.
The jumper was not working, yeah. I think that was the only downfall, because if Chelsea was able to knock those shots down, I think it would have been a quick, easy runoff for Chelsea. Mm-hmm. But Shakira used her size to her advantage. She kept the ball high, kept it out of Chelsea Gray's reach, and she did what needed to be done.
She was like, needed to be done. Couple dribbles, I'm going to put you on my back.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you can do.
The ball was high every time.
Right.
Like, I wasn't mad at it. Shakira locked in, and that was a great win for her. Yeah.
It sure was. So shout out to Shakira. She'll play Azare Stevens, which would be a good matchup because it's, tall versus tall in the second round. Yeah. But Chelsea Gray, sis, I may need you to take that trip back to Vegas too to rest up for the season. Because that 1v1, that size mattered. I don't know what kind of time Skylar Diggins was on, Skylar Diggins Smith, but
listen,
she ain't playing no games.
I need, like, Skylar. I was like, Skylar is different, and I think Skylar is still playing on with a chip on her shoulder for the rest of her career, because like
it ain't never left.
She play like she hate everybody. No, like she plays like she hates everybody that's ever played the game of basketball. And I appreciate it, because why was you locked in on defense before
it even started? Like, why are you playing?
Skylar's different.
Why are you pressing in the half court 1-on-1? Like, come on, Skylar. Like, let the girl take
Skylar wasn't letting her
breathe. Nothing.
No.
And
she walked out with her daughter. Show her some grace, Skylar.
Skylar said, I got 2 kids and they at home. I ain't playing no game.
Ain't no kid game out here.
No. We coming to get 200. Yeah. I'm not playing no games. But Skylar Diggins ran off with one against De'Erica. I thought that was going to be a good matchup because De'Erica's a dog too and she got size on her. But Skylar Diggins is just on a different type of time. And the last matchup in the first round, listen. I'm going to get to Aaliyah Edwards. I'm going to get to Aaliyah Edwards real quick. But Aaliyah Edwards beat Stewie 12-0. Before we get to Aaliyah Edwards, Brianna Stewart, Ruby's mama.
Come to the front.
UConn 4 straight national championships. Defending WNBA champ. 2-time MVP. Come to the front. Immediately. Someone when you was all smiling, didn't know what type of time it was in a league you created. You didn't know. She went to UConn too. You supposed to let these girls know. Ain't no niceties just because y'all got Huskies on your back. Stewie, come to the front. Don't let us ever see you get beat. Ever. Get beat. 12-0 by anybody, especially a rookie from your school. Stewie.
You must do time.
Stewie. I think Stewie will have to get a time. That's it. She's going to have to sit in a timeout because I think it happened in less than 2 minutes. So let's flip it.
Yeah, I think it was like a minute and 51 seconds.
You had it. Break it down why you picked Aaliyah Edwards.
I don't even know. When it tipped, something about Stewie's just been a little off for me. And I was like, Aaliyah got
Stewie on vacay.
Yeah, Stewie's chilling. Like, she's like, I made this league. I'm getting paid from this. Stewie like, I'm cool regardless. Like, my earnings is coming in.
Right.
But no, I don't know. Aaliyah, like, when she knocked that 3 down, I said, oh. I didn't know your game.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I was like, okay, Leah. Like,
I think we was sleeping.
I was like, it's cool. We was sleeping a little bit, and she came out and she said, I don't care who she is. I don't care what school she went to. I don't care that she just won a title. I don't care about nothing.
And then in the post game,
dog you.
She was like, I do feel sorry. Do you?
Do you?
Aaliyah, why you? Get one. Right. You could have let her get one bucket.
Because when it got to like, what was it, like 7-0 or something, I was like, all right, now, Aaliyah, don't do her like that. Like,
you're not playing fair is what's happening. Aaliyah, sorry I slept on you.
Yeah.
You
forgive us.
Forgive us. You had a great rookie season. Kind of flew under the radar. Sure. Even in Unrivaled, you're kind of going under the radar. But welcome to the center stage, because it does not matter what happens for the rest of your career. You dropped a bagel on Stewie in less than 2 minutes in her league in the first round of the 1v1. So whenever Washington
with a 1-8 seed,
with a 1-8 seed, right? Upset. So when Washington and the Liberty play during the season, I'm gonna see if Stewie can at least get a little get back. But Aaliyah, I don't care who win 1v1, you won, sis. Cause
you won.
You's a rookie walking into your Huskies league.
Yeah.
12-0. Shout out to you.
Shout out.
Shout out to you.
She
gets a chance to rest for a bit because a lot of the players are injured or can't play. So her next matchup will be in a quarterfinal. So let's just run down a couple of these matchups in the second round. Rakia Jackson versus Nafisa Collier.
Nasty. That was going to be good. But we got Fee. Are we picking? I'm sorry. I was about to say who I'm picking. We're going Fee.
I'm going to go Fee too, because Fee is on a different type of time. Her and Skylar, I don't know what they're trying to prove. But everybody needs to match their energy, their emotion, their intensity. Otherwise, you're going to get blown off the court. If Rakia Jackson, if she can up her intensity, and I think seeing Aaliyah Edwards play the way she did, I think she'll give Fee a run for her money.
Yep. I think it'll be a good game, but Fee
is on another level right now. Ryan Howard, Courtney Williams. I got Courtney going.
I got Courtney going too. This one's going to be fun though. And I think that's the thing with Ryan. I think Ryan's going to know she can't come in relaxed like that against Courtney.
Right.
Because Courtney's a dog. Right. And Courtney going to she going to give Skylar, I'm going from go.
And she has an automatic mid-range, so it's no waiting, getting tired from the 3-point line.
No. So I got Courtney going on that one too.
Okay, Alicia Gray and Kalia Copper.
Another one that's going to be good. I think I got Kai going.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say Alicia. I don't know. Her arm, her hands, like, they go below her knees. I didn't know her arms was that long.
Yeah.
But I think she can be a disruptor. I think Kalia Copper is still, even though she won the first round, I think she's still enjoying the Eagles win. Shout out to Philly. But I think Alicia Gray and the way she was talking in her post game, talking about she's so country. I ain't turning down on money. I got Alicia Gray going. Before I get to this one, I'm gonna jump down to Satu Sabali and Dejanay Carrington.
I think that'll be a fun, interesting one to watch again. It's gonna be that size versus a little shifty Dejanay. Right. So I think it'll be interesting, but I'm going to go Satu moving through on that one.
I'm going to go Dejanay only because she has that I got something to prove chip on my shoulder factor. If she comes with some intensity, because I think Satu is going to come out smiling.
She's the unicorn. She has to smile.
I think Dejanay,
it's in her contract.
Even though, face is going to be beat, lash is going to be done, everything going to be laid. She coming out on a different type of time. Yeah, like she ain't playing no games. But this second round matchup right here. Arike Agumbawale, Skylar Diggins-Smith, 2 Notre Dame grads, guard you in the second round. Like, who you picking?
This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a great one. But I'm going Skylar. Skylar's defense, she was on lock. Now, Arike, she can, the 1v1 with Arike, I was like, oh, Reek 1v1, I don't want to see her. That's what I said when we first heard about the 1v1 competition. I said Reek was going to win it all.
Yep.
And her 1v1 is crazy. But Skylar on defense versus Enrique on defense is going to be the issue, because don't let Skylar, don't let, you can't let Enrique get hot.
No.
It's so quick, but then you can't let Skylar, if Skylar locks you down and she gets going, either way, I'm going Skylar.
Yeah, I think I'm going Skylar too.
It's going to be a good one.
Because Skylar has strategy.
Yeah.
She had it all.
Fouling.
Like,
I was like, they fouling this?
She sure was. She was like, no,
She's like,
you don't get no shot on the floor. And then here she goes twirling that thing. Like, we don't do replays in 1v1.
She said, coach's challenge.
Not writing her own plays and strategy during 1v1. Yeah. But I'm going Skylar too. I think that, listen, Skylar Diggins is on a different type of time in Unrivaled. I mean, she is treating this like I am prepping for the WNBA season to make up for kind of the disappointment.
She's like, I'm prepping for wars.
Like the Storm didn't get as far as they would have liked.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Enrique is going to be ready for the type of intensity Skylar Diggins-Smith is going to have. So I'm with you. We both going Skylar. We'll see.
Reek might have needed a round one tournament.
Right. A warm-up, because I don't know if she can come in cold against Skylar Diggins.
Yeah, she need to see what it was like. You had to be there.
Right. But this has been fun. Those games come on tomorrow, but we got to come back real quick and see and like review those games too.
Yeah, we're going to hop on and talk about those.
It should be fun. But that was our show. This, once again, is Girls Only Sports, the Playbook. I am Candace. That's Kay. Again, follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And we will see you next time.